thank you for your Simpromptu visit. So I'm back again with another speed build. This time I am basing it off of a picture I came across. I believe it was a Scandinavian tiny house, but I really liked the aesthetic of it. Um, it had this nice A-line roofing with just a little overhang and a very large balcony. I made the living space in this house actually um, mostly outside. In the interior, there's the kitchen and a bedroom and a small bathroom, but on the outside is the dining and living area. So the color scheme on the outside of the house is very dark, which I countered by making the inside a little bit lighter and brighter. Yeah, it has these nice glass doors and huge windows. The type of sim that I would probably put in this house would be an outdoorsy type of sim. And obviously, there is a double bed, but I wouldn't probably make this house have two sims living in it. It would be a little bit cramped, but that's just me. There's just been this huge trend all of a sudden, both on YouTube with The Sims and on TV and house channels and stuff like that, with tiny houses, and I love it. I love it. It's compact living and it's minimal and it's very clean and it seems very, what's the word I'm looking for? Just very compact and easy to live like that, if that makes sense, especially if you're on the road, or because a lot of tiny houses can be like moved, things like that. So this house, you walk in and it opens up right into the kitchen. It's very white and bright. I have these slate tiles going throughout the house. And yeah, this is the bathroom here. It's just a tiny little thing, but everything does work. I play tested it. I actually got the shape from James Turner here on YouTube. He did a bunch of tiny homes a couple months ago now, I think, and he found out that shape works really well for a tiny bathroom. So if you saw the little transition there, it was only because I took so long trying to find a bed. I could not figure out which bed I wanted. I wanted something with kind of matching wood to the interior walls, and I wanted something with a little bit of color in it. A lot of them are very plain, and I hate that. But yeah, I kind of played off the colors of the bedding and the sheets and the pillowcases and used that as the color scheme of the bedroom. In the kitchen, it goes more of a bluish, kind of like a slate blue, or there's parts of navy too, that I went with it just because it complemented the white very nice, at least in my opinion. So we start off here with shelves, which I love that look, with the shelves going across the window there. We started off with 4 shelves, but I do eventually put it down to 2 shelves because I just could not get the placing like objects on it. I could not make it work. I just the height of it and everything, I just couldn't make it work. So we do eventually go down to 2 shelves, and I think it looks a lot less cluttered that way as well. Just doing lighting here. I also stashed a little computer in the bedroom there. I don't know. Yeah, this is where you see me struggling to get objects onto the shelving. The heights were all wrong, and I couldn't bother adjusting all of them. There was also not very many objects that fit in between all 4 of the shelves, so I just put it down to 2, and I put up some little curtains, made it a little cutesy. There's not a lot of clutter in this house because it's so tiny. You just can't have that much stuff, but what I do put in, I think, works well. I was wondering, why don't those fit on the shelves? Like, why don't they just snap into the shelves? Why would you have to raise them? They're small enough. It doesn't make sense to me. That was really bugging me because I really like having those little containers, yeah. Instead of those, though, I do slide in a little spice rack just to the left of the shelves against the wall there. I think it makes it look a little bit more organic. Yeah, just cluttering up the place. I do add clutter to this countertop as well, but we switch it out for a microwave later on in the build. Took some time just, there's another transition there. I just added some decor to the bedroom. I like little knickknacks. Like in real life, I have a ton of little knickknacks all over my room. I love a lot of clutter. It's not, it's not everyone's taste, but I really like it. Makes me feel more at home when there's a lot of things and things that remind me of good times and things like that. I really like being surrounded by objects. Yeah. I was gonna put in these pictures here, but I felt like they were a little too cabin-like, and this is more of a modern style home in general. So I swapped it out for those wine bottles and the mirror. And to raise objects up, you just press the Control 9 key. I found that out a couple months ago, and it has saved my decorating skills. So yeah, here's where I introduce the navy kind of theme. It's in the curtain and it's in the rug there. I just think it kind of tied in. And I actually love those cookbook, that object. That's a little stack of cookbooks. I love that object. I use it in a lot of my builds. I believe we're moving outside now. Yeah, so I just kind of put a bar table from the Dine Out expansion. I put like one of the tables that came with the expansion with bar stools with it. I thought it looked a little bit more modern and a little bit sleeker for the outside anyway. And this is the tiny little living area. I wanted to put a TV on the post that's sitting right in front of them there, but for whatever reason I could not make the TV rotate diagonally, so I had to put a wall up and then just delete it afterwards, as you just saw. And I forgot to put a stereo in. I desperately wanted a stereo. I put it in there, but we do delete it, and then I don't put another one back in, and I hate that. Looking back on it, I really would have liked a stereo out there. And you could add like a little easel out on the porch area here. I think that would be really nice. I didn't put one in, but I see like a very self-sufficient sim living here. I do throw some gardening, what's it called, flower beds into the back, as you see, which I skipped all of the landscaping. It just takes so long, and I wanted to keep this build relatively short just because it's a tiny house. You shouldn't be watching for 15 minutes kind of thing. So, yeah, we're pretty much done. So going into screenshots now. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I love to have feedback. Yeah. Thank you.